Good day and welcome grade 10s. This is lesson 3, video 3 on the number system and algebraic expressions to follow. Here we will look at placing surds on the number line. So I trust that with the information already shared with you, that you have practiced already your number system and you are very familiar with your squares, your cubes, your square roots and your cube roots. This resource is copyright protected. Unlawful use of the content can lead to prosecution. Material is not to be sold or to be used to make money. Just to briefly touch on what squares are. You all know a square is an object with sides that are equal. All four sides are equal, and the area of a square is found by saying side multiplied by side. Square of one square is 1 times 1, so this is 1 square. 2 square would be 2 by 2, which is 4. And therefore we will continue up to 20 squared, which is 400. These numbers are very important, for without these you cannot find the square roots or even the cube roots. When we talk about cubes, we're talking about volume. So it is side times side times side. So that will be your values. If you have 9 cubed, it's 9 times 9 times 9, which is 729. With that information in the background, let's go to our number line. I think most of us are familiar with our integers, positive integers, negative integers, neutral number 0, and we're going to look at how to place the square root of 0 is 0. The square root of 1 is 1. The square root of 4 is 2. The square root of 9 is 3. And the square root of 16 is 4. So you would agree with me if I asked you, where does the square root of 3 lie? The square root of 3 would be between these two numbers. Maybe somewhere over here. Where would the square root of 6 lie? Between the square root of 4 and the square root of 9. So if I ask you, between which two integers does the square root of 6 lie? It would be between 2 and 3. If I ask you, between which two integers does the square root of 8 lie? The square root of 8 would lie between 2 and 3. And how do we write this? We write that the square root of 8 lies between 2 and 3. Square root of 8 is greater than 2 but smaller than 3. Remember, where the mouth is open, we call that side greater than, and where the mouth is, the back of the throat would be a smaller area, so that would be smaller than 3. So where would the square root of 15 lie? Just before the square root of 16. So that will lie between 3 and 4. And we list it as 15 is greater than 3 but smaller than 4. The question is asked, between which two integers does the following surds lie? Here's a few for you to practice. Square root of 10, square root of 14, square root of 5, square root of 11 and square root of 3. Pause quickly and then try on your own to answer them. I'm sure you got your answers, that the square root of 3 lies between 1 and 2. The square root of 5 lies between 2 and 3. The square root of 10 lies between 3 and 4. The square root of 11 lies between 3 and 4. The square root of 14 lies between 3 and 4. Another question that they may ask you, what would be the first integer to follow the square root of 75? So here I must be very familiar with my square roots, and if I do not know my values of my square roots at this point in time, I will find it extremely difficult to answer these types of questions. So if I take my square numbers, 8 square is 64, 9 square is 81. So between 8 and 9, I will find the square root of 75. Trust that that serves you well. You can do that for other numbers as well. Now we look at a few cubes quickly and see if we can master these. The cube root of 0 is 0. The cube root of 1 is 1. The cube root of 27 is 3. The cube root of 8 is 2. The cube root of 64 is 4. So the square root of 12 would be between 2 and 3. The cube root of 35 would be between 3 and 4. And this is what our understanding should be. Now they ask, between which two integers does the following surds lie? And you can place them on the number line, practice, press pause, and try to do it on your own. I want to fix on this one specifically. It says x minus 14 if x is 32. So if I substitute 32 in the place of x, 32 minus 14 is 18. And when I take the cube root of 18 would be between 8 and 27, so that would be between 2 and 3. So this one lies between 2 and 3. I hope you understand that one. So you can try these ones quickly, press pause and try it on your own. I'm sure that when you look at the answers here, that you understand them completely, where they lie and how to do these sums if you are asked them. Thank you for watching this video. I trust that the explanation served you well. For any help or assistance with mathematics, feel free to get in touch with me. My contact details is displayed. And if there's anything that you want more clarity on, please feel free to contact me and we will create content to explain your questions. Thank you very much. Have a good day further. Like, share and comment. Please share with others. Thank you. Goodbye.